morning, welcome back to the Rope Access channel. We are at day 2 of Grimpday 2023. This video is brought to you by SKYLOTEC, more on that later. The teams are being briefed right now over there how they are going to rescue a casualty that's suspended on that mine tower construction. So let's get into it. And done. That was a really quick exercise. It's not a hard one. I saw 3 different methods basically. When I heard it, I thought just climb up as quick as possible, lower them off, make a slightly tensioned line. You need to keep them off the structure just a little bit, and then lower off. Fairly easy, and that's what Peak Rescue did, who I was following for the most of the time. Another team opted for lowering the casualty on a different kind of system. Yeah, nothing really much to say about it. Really cool, speedy exercise. I like the way Peak Rescue already started their briefing, like running over. You go up, you do this, and very clear communication. Everything was, and then adapting on the fly to adjust a little bit to the circumstances as they happen. The team next to them did the same thing, a little bit slower. And on the other side we had to Japan, and Japan ran into a little bit of an issue with what they were allowed to do and not allowed to do. So apparently in France it's okay to belay someone up, but it's not okay to belay them down as a casualty. But rules of the competition, they translated, adapted, changed the system, and we're done pretty quick. They put 2 rescuers up though, so I don't understand why that, but they put 2 rescuers up. And another team did the same, tension line, well, a slack line to the water crate at the back to lower the casualty off and away from the tower. So easy exercise, let's head to the next one. Exercise number 2 is a cool little rigging exercise. They have to move this very explosive barrel, which cannot get shaken too much. They have to move it from one side of the fence to the other side, and they can't lift it higher than 2 meters. And the little twist is that there's a load cell line grip involved as well. If you're interested in the line grip, follow the link in the description below, because if you want to get one, follow that link and you get a little discount and you support the channel. So that's a little plug as well. but they have to guess in advance how much the load will be on the line scale. The barrel is 250 kg, so the lighter it is, the better, and you have to guess close or the correct number, and you probably get some extra points. I'm not sure about that one. Else there are no anchor points, so they have to throw the ropes up, put in a, what do you call it, retrievable rigging, ascent, rig it up. This is the Japanese team. They did the part of the load cell is actually in a 3-to-1, and so the load cell is only seeing 2/3 of the load. So I know what they guessed, I think 500 kilos, if I got it right. But I already know they're probably about 150-ish. Some another team who did the same method and they got around 145 as a max, which makes sense, and very controlled on the pool. And look at this, how gentle they are with lowering that load down. Time starts when they had the briefing over there. The team leaders walked over here, had a look at the actual site, and then when the team came in, that's when the time starts, and the time will stop when all the gear is on the ground and the people are back on the ground. All right, let's them finish this. Ooh, everybody was moving quick, so I saw 4 teams, and again 3 systems, but 4 methods, if you catch my meaning. So let's start at the team way back there. They actually made a human meat anchor on the floor, 2 people tied together, the rope going up and back down to the barrel, and they lifted the barrel up. So you guys think about it, in such a system, how much would the load be on the system? You guessed it right, that would be double the load. And you're pulling up a little bit, so you get a little bit of a bounce. So you got a little bit over 500 kilos, that's quite a lot. The team over there just did the straight lift off the load cell. I don't know what their load was, but probably about 250-ish, maybe a little bit over with the bouncing. And the other 2 teams, they made like I already said, like a 3-to-1 system where they divide the load, and the load cell only sees 2 parts of the system. So they got 150 kilos and very gentle and a very controlled lower. So off to the next exercise.
Don't mind me photobombing you.
And this is Andy, and
yeah, hi guys.
Andy is the one who makes all these beautiful line grip, line skills that tells us these values. All right.
Yeah.
While I walk over to the 3rd challenge of the day, let me tell you about what is happening for this year at Grimpday. This year I'm collaborating with SKYLOTEC on bringing you this footage. SKYLOTEC is providing me with the opportunity to come here, spend the time filming, spend the time editing, and bringing you these videos. So I'm very thankful for that. And now you get to see this beautiful little commercial made by SKYLOTEC. Now remember, while I walk up this steep hill somewhere in the south of France in this beautiful nature, and you're watching this video and thinking, damn, those exercises and challenges look like fun, well, then give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you not already have done so, and hit the notification bell to always be updated for a new upload. If you want to support the channel, you can head over to www.patreon.com patreon.com/DRope Access Channel and become a level 1 patron. And then when you sit down to watch this video, you buy me a cup of coffee. That will be well appreciated. All right, on with the hike.
Confirmer que la ligne sur l'avant et qu'on pilote les autres pour monter avec les
Making these teams work hard. So exercise number 3 of the day is a low angle rescue, and they start from the bottom down there and then they go up this slope, and up there they find the casualty, and the casualty can help to get into the stretcher and everything. But before that they get up, there's one static fixed rope that's only for the first person to access and the last person to egress. All the rigging after that they have to make themselves. So the first person, this is from the team from Ljubljana, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Fire Brigade Ljubljana, went up, rigged the 2-rope system, or rigged 2 ropes, and then 4 guys came up, so total 5 guys up there. They put the guy in a stretcher, rigged a clutch and ASAP to lower them off. And the kicker of this story is that as soon as the stretcher is ready to go off the ground after the safety check, the casualty gets 2 cups of water, filled about a centimeter under the brim of the cup. So he's holding that right now, and at the end they measure how much water is spilled, and you get points deducted for whatever, I don't know how much, but you get points deducted if it's too much, basically. So, and then it's a quite simple lower off, but this is really bad, rocky, scrambling, gravelly, I don't know what it's called, but it's a bitch to walk up, I can tell you that, with a camera in your hand. So, but these guys are going down slowly, they found their rhythm. I heard from other teams that because the ropes were really wet yesterday, that they are having trouble to get a nice and steady and smooth lower going, slow and controlled, because you know how it is with water in the ropes, it goes so I think they're losing some water here and there, other teams did. But yeah, it's not an easy one again, so good one on Grimpday organization. Let's see how they finish it. One little thing I forgot to say is that the team leader has to make an educated guess on how long the exercise will take. So right now they're rushing to be on time or just a little bit over. This took about 44 minutes before the casualty was here. And right now they're about 48, I think. Pretty close, but that's two little kickers, so they have to guess the time or predict the time, and they have to carry the cups of water. They did very, very well. They did not get any points deducted for the water. Welcome to exercise number 4 of the day. This is exercise where they have to walk a lot of stairs, get up, and then they are on this roof and they get one of those things and one corner over there, and there's a little place they can rig in. They have to use a RAFA anchor. There's 4 bolts in that same little corner as well that they can use, but they have to use the RAFA anchor. This will be their main anchor, and they have to lower down one rescuer, get the rescuer down to the window. Halfway through they find the casualty in there. There's something on the lens. They will find the casualty in a very small and tiny window, well, not tiny but narrow window, and they need to go in with the Conrest stretcher, package the patient in the Conrest stretcher, lift them up a little bit, put them out and go down. The time starts, I don't know when it starts, well, the time stops when everybody in all the gear is down. 4 teams right now, 4 different executions. It's so great how this works. So let me walk you through it. This one has some pretty good access, so I can actually get close into the action and actually tell you what's going on. So they opted to rig over there. This is the Hungary team, and then use the RAFA anchor as a double pulley deviation and back that up with the 2 bolts on the side and they basically worked off that. The other team over here, they went different. Again, just straps around it, master point, 2 clutches, and let's see what they rigged up. So I looked before, and they had a, from the RAFA anchor, they had a, on the bolt below they had load shared 2 static ropes going down. That's the way they used it. And then they had all the ropes going just in the corner, straight down. No deviation, I think. Then we have this team. They did something different because they one steel strap around and spanned anchor. I see clove hitches and tied off. I don't know how they tighten it, but it is actually tensioned anchor. There's a master plate over there that cannot move. Integrated as well. Used the RAFA anchor to rappel off, and they used these bolts as anchor points for the tensioned anchor. But these guys have a little extra challenge, because you guys got the balcony.
Yeah, beautiful.
There's a nice little extra balcony with some edges that probably needed some protection. And the Chile team did. What do we see? We see 3 anchor points, slings around it, all connected. One is made from steel, going into a rigging plate, 2 maestros. And let's go to that side. On this side they use the RAFA anchor as a deviation over there as well. 1 bolt here. What an exercise was that. I saw about 6 teams, 7 teams maybe in the end, and every single one did a different kind of setup. The RAFA anchor is pretty new to everyone, and they had to use it, and the other bolts as well. Well, they did not have to use the other bolts, but they had to use the RAFA anchor, so there was some finicky things with it, and the way their anchor was and where their window was positioned on the structure made it a little bit different as well for each one, but it was fun to see how they did it. I only filmed one team, that was the Dublin team, when they packaged the casualty because it was very dark and my battery ran out. And at that moment there were no other teams working. But packaging a patient in a Conrest stretcher is not that difficult because the straps click, 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 all easy. We've seen it before. They performed a small race. I filmed that with the drone, raised the casualty, put her out with the attendant and down to the bottom. So pretty cool exercise, pretty challenging rigging wise, and a few teams made their life a little bit hard for themselves and a few did very well, I think. So that was it for day, I lose track of the days, for day 3 of the competition. But for me it's day 2 of the competition because we could not spectate on the first exercise. But so whatever, the end of this day, let's get ready for tomorrow. I'll see you there.